Hi, I'm Dr. Jim Siebert. It's time for our tropical forecast here on YouTube on Fox 26 Houston. Now, as you look across the Atlantic Sea basin, so we have some waves, tropical waves, nothing that's all that organized, nor do we expect it to over the next 5 days. So from Africa, we have one out here in the Atlantic. We have a little one that's now falling apart in the Caribbean. Those storm systems are moving away. There's one thing right there. That is the one that we're watching and tracking with the National Hurricane Center. We've been talking about this for about a week as this very unorganized low has just been slowly drifting to the north. And you can hardly even really, you don't see rotation that much on here. But now that we have this little system out here, you can see there's plenty of instability, a lot of convection, so we have a lot going on. The question is whether it's going to organize or not. And there's a very small window of time because there is a front that's on the way. And once that front gets here, it's all over. It's just going to push whatever happens out into the Atlantic. So as we look at the bigger picture, we see this stretching down to here. This is part of kind of this other system we've been waiting for and talking about. That's part of a frontal boundary that came out. Also, the high pressure that we've been enjoying is pushing this in that direction. The front itself is still off to the west. And as we look at the chance now, it's 40% between now and the next 5 days. And see how it kind of has this sort of hook to it right in this area? So the low, whatever it is out here, and we expect it to kind of drift towards the coast heading into the weekend, but then eventually I think it's going to get pulled out. So we'll see what happens. And at this point, we're not talking about tropical in nature. We're really talking more subtropical in nature. It's really how the storm system, the internal structure of the storm. And I realize most people don't care. I mean, in an area of low pressure, wind is wind, rain is rain. But as far as the tropical part, it is rather important because it's not going to become a hurricane or a tropical storm or anything. It's just going to be an area of low pressure that could still cause some issues and rain along the coast for North Carolina, South Carolina. Now, it is possible, though, that the National Hurricane Center would name this if it had winds over 34, 35 miles per hour. So it would be Wanda if it does. And at this point, it's still up in the air whether or not they would do that. We'll have to see. But once we get to the end of the weekend, if nothing has happened, it really won't have a chance because it will take part of that front I was talking about and we'll just push it out to sea. And that is the only thing, tropically speaking, we are tracking out there. So things are pretty quiet like right now. We like that. I still think we're going to get to Wanda at some point, whether it's this area of low pressure or another one. There'll still be some systems out there, certainly out in the Atlantic, out by Africa, even though right now we don't see anything over the next few days. That's our forecast for today. We'll see you next time.